Next up on the agenda is Junkie Dineva and Tamar Braxton. Child. Junkie Dineva and Tamar Braxton. Hold on. Not y'all sending me candy. I don't want to see candy. Hold on. I'm over candy right now. We'll talk about candy some more tomorrow, the next day, because they're gonna be in court for a while. Okay. I love you too, friend. I love you too. You said candy winning. Okay. You said that's why a lot of people put things in their mama name. Okay, did it. And I fell asleep on the Diddy documentary. That's the only reason why I'm not talking about that. But I was like, did he put all his stuff in his mama name, child? Let me put all my stuff in Mama Brown name too. Now, Tamar appeared on the Morning Hustle show along with L'Oreal recently, and she addressed the situation about her accident, right? So in addressing it, people Junkie got triggered. Okay, Junkie Dineva. Y'all know who he is. Y'all know who Junkie Dineva is over here. Hold on, let me get myself together. He will always be junkie around here. Okay, he is a known crackhead in the streets of Atlanta. Honey, they listen. He be drunk and pooping on himself and stuff. Everybody know about Junkie. Okay, everybody, all the club owners know about Junkie. This ain't no allegedly. I done seen it with my own eyes. Okay, y'all listen. I done seen the crack with my own eyes. He don't even have no more membranes in his nose. He can barely sit and talk on camera without blowing his nose, child. That is why he is known as the junkie around here. In addition to being known as a junkie around here, he stole my washer and dryer. Y'all remember he stole my washer and dryer, child? I rented my townhouse to him. And people be like, oh, it's been years. It's been years. Let that go. I ain't letting shit go. My friend Corey last night said the stories in the Bible is old. We still refer to them. We gonna refer to this damn townhouse story every chance we get. If we can talk about Cain and Abel, if we can talk about Genesis, if we can talk about the earth, if we can talk about all these things, King James, we gonna talk about me and my townhouse, okay? So a terrible friend, terrible friend. I don't know why anybody would want to be his friend. Okay. I rented my townhouse to this junkie. I didn't know he was a junkie back then. I had my suspicions. I had my suspicions, but I did not know he was a junkie. I did know that I thought he was talented. I did know that I was teaching him how to do stuff. And, I was being a mentor because I love it when I find new talent. I love to teach them things. And I was like, you know what? You should start a blog. Everything you do on YouTube, you can put on your blog. You can make double the money. And I was teaching him how to do all kinds of shit, right? That's neither here nor there. But he had got, he had lost his job, got evicted. Okay. And, I had my townhouse was empty. Here I am, like, should I let him move into my townhouse? I guess I will, because I had helped him set up the blog. I had put the ads on the blog for him. The ads were actually under my company name. They were actually my ads on his site, which means I was actually getting the money from the revenue from his site to my account. But I would get a printout every month that would show Junkie Dineva site straight from the A, and then, my other sites, because I had some other sites, right? So, and I would give him a check. So when I would get the money first, that would be the portion of the rent I could take out of it. Needless to say, as the site got bigger, he decided, he wanted it to come in his name. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad because with Google AdSense, and I'm teaching y'all blog or something if y'all want to be a real blogger, not just YouTube, but typing. With AdSense, you have to have a certain number of views first before you can put ads on your account. Okay. Unless you have multiple websites, which I did, which is why I allowed him to put mine on them. Neither here nor there. Okay. But he decided to get it in his name after a while. Child, he would be late on the rent. Okay. You get your big Google check, which is YouTube and the blog, on the 21st every month. the rent is due on the 1st. He still wouldn't pay me until the 21st of the next month. I'm like, where is the money? What is happening? He would be high, would be drunk, would be whatever, whatever. And this went on for a good maybe a year, maybe a year, because the first year, like I said, I was getting the money. The second year, he was getting the money, but he was late, but he was paying. And then after that, he would just be a month late, 2 months late, 3 months late, and then would try to give it to me all at one time. I'm not paying for no roof over no grown man's head. Okay. So you said what now? Okay, what's the pay? Oh, okay. Is he winning? I don't know. Is he winning? Don't he have cancer? I mean, no. I mean, listen, y'all know I'm not the person who gonna drag you for your health. Okay, he is not me. But is he winning? I think he's a very miserable person. I really do. Okay, but anyway, let me continue. Okay, so anyway, these are for the people who don't know. I kicked him out. Okay, I kicked him out. I evicted him. Okay, when I evicted him, it was because he hadn't paid in months. I gave him plenty of time to pay, and he didn't. He, then his mama passed away. Then he goes online, blames me for his mama dying, drags me. Okay, says I smell like fish, says my coochie stinks, said all of these things about me, all because he didn't pay the rent. And I'm like, what I do to you? I taught you. I taught you. I gave you a place to live. I don't understand why you would try to smear my reputation because I've been a blogger in Atlanta at that time way longer than he had. Why would you try to smear my reputation on the strength of you smoking crack, drinking liquor, and not paying your bills? I say all that to say that was just one of many accounts. That was 10 years ago, and I love bringing it up because it really tells you what his character is. Okay, it started from there. Okay, and then it went from me to who was next. I don't know, Kaya. Then it was Tasha K. Then it was Claudia Jordan. Then it was who's next? Then it was Tamar. So it's like every couple of months, every couple of years, he got a wild hair up his ass for a black woman. And we all know why. And oh God. See, anyway, let me start with Tamar because y'all know I'm triggered. Okay, I'm triggered. So we all know what happened. Well, we don't know what happened with Tamar. Okay. And the night that she was out with Funky Dineva, the known crackhead in Atlanta, who does crack and alcohol and pills and everything else, not allegedly, I've seen it with my own eyes. So Tamar was out with Junkie. The next day, Tamar posted on her account that she was missing teeth and she woke up in a pool of blood and she almost DIED. Okay. And of course, you know me, I'm going to come to the internet and I'm super sleuth. The last person who Tamar was seen with all her teeth was Funky Dineva. Like, who else would not have thought that? Everybody thought that, not just me. Hell, Tamar even thought it because Tamar reached out to him asking him what happened. Okay. And he claims he didn't know. Now, is Tamar lying? I don't know. And I don't care. That ain't my business. Did Tamar sleep with Mendices? Probably. Okay. Because I've been telling you that I know people that live in the building that seen her with Mendices. All of that is irrelevant to what I'm saying right now. This crash out that Funky Dineva has been having for the past couple of days has absolutely nothing to do with this interview that he claims started it. Now let's pay attention to this interview right here. So this is Tamar Braxton on the Morning Hustle. L'Oreal, who happened to have been in the Heartbreak Retrograde video, the one Funky Dineva claimed that he was booked as the best friend of, who he was cut out of the video. Okay. Now, there's another issue to be had that clearly Funky Dineva feels some kind of way because Tamar has literally cut contact, excommunicated, don't talk, don't speak, cut him out of everything that he was in, the podcast, the video. He ain't in it. Okay, you may have seen him in the sneak peek, but he ain't in the video. Okay, so Tamar has moved on. Okay, and now she decided to do a video with her friend who is actually in the video. Okay, and here's what she's. I'm sorry. Here's what Tamar said.
Are you aware of what really happened to you?
No, I'm not.
Or can you talk about?
I can talk about it, but I'm not aware of what really happened to me.
Yeah.
All I know is that I went to a friend's birthday party. I gave a friend a birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
You thought was your friend.
Well, we ain't even gonna touch on that.
Yeah.
I came home like I would normally do. Well, you kind of know the spiel. I come home, I'll take a shower, I'll wash my face, I'll come back in the kitchen. We'll have, have more cocktails.
I know how it goes.
Or have some food.
Yeah.
And congregate until everybody leaves. And the last person left. And one of my friends was just a little too intoxicated to drive, which is fine. My third bedroom is very iconic.
Now, I don't know. Did you hear her say junkie? Did you hear her say anything about Dineva? Did you hear her say anything about Junkie Dineva or any of that? Y'all let me know, because I ain't hear it. I heard her say she had a friend's birthday party, blah, 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 blah. She didn't say his name. She didn't care, whatever. L'Oreal, being messy, said somebody you thought was your friend. And Tamar was like, I ain't even going there. So for me, that's like she wasn't even trying to even touch on that. Okay, she just telling her story. Whatever it is, whatever lie she trying to tell us, she went and told it over here.
Mm-hmm. You always like, yo, Elle, you ain't got a job. Yeah. You can stay right here.
Yeah, it's very iconic. So actually, me and Brian was texting each other while I was watching Real Housewives of Orange County, and I fell asleep. And when I woke up to my friend shaking me like, Tay, are you okay? Are you okay? What's going on? I'm calling the ambulance. I was like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
And then when I came to, it was like teeth and blood all over the place.
And you just don't remember anything.
I do not.
I do not. Scary.
I do not.
So did you look at the friend like, hey, did you do something to me?
No, that person wasn't capable. That person was mortified.
Yeah.
Mortified. Yeah.
Well, Durant, you knew who she was talking about. Everybody don't know who Junkie is. Okay, are you really have that much audacity that you would think that everybody in the world know who Junkie is? I don't think so. I think when she was saying this, didn't nobody know who she was talking about. Hell, I certainly didn't. I didn't care, and I followed the drama. Okay, so you got the Junkie bunch in here. Okay, you got the Junkie bunch, all y'all on crack. Okay, some of y'all. And you have Tamar basically not saying nothing. Then you have this one misogynistic crackhead that feels like every single time some woman doesn't do what he wants them to do, that he can use his platform to humiliate and demean them. Now, I don't understand why y'all think that that's a good thing. Whether you like Tamar or you don't like Tamar, why is it okay for this crackhead ass man to go on his platform and choose to drag black women every chance they get? Let me see what y'all saying in the chat, because I don't know. You got the cracks and the junkies. Not somebody saying, oh no, not I ain't defending no BS, honey. You said it's not a good thing. So, you never go there to listen. So it's just interesting to me to see and to hear, okay, some of the things that he has been saying. Now, listen, I don't even care about, him dragging Tamar, him saying that Tamar was sitting on the man's lap, him saying all the things about Tamar. But the one thing that I saw that was really interesting to me is he said something about he feels sorry for her parents. And I was like, no, he didn't. No, I tried. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Say he feels sorry for somebody's parents. And this is coming from somebody who cosplayed the worst stereotype of black women to build his platform. He put on a wig. Okay. He talked about y'all like a dog. He called y'all fish and bitches and all kind of things. And then he sat there after Tamar didn't say nothing. Okay, after Tamar said, I'm gonna let my lawyers handle it. I'm done. I'm not going back and forth with this misogynistic black man who clearly hates women in his own crack. He says this. Hold on, listen to this.
Mama and daddy, but the biggest failure in life they ever had was your ass. Something about the way they raised you or didn't raise you got you fucked up. And on top,
and this is somebody who's addicted to crack. This is somebody who does drugs and alcohol like there's no tomorrow. This is somebody who was allegedly, and I'm saying allegedly, diagnosed with cancer, who still will drink himself under the table until he falls out. This is their person, and this is y'all's king. Hold on.
top of that, I'm gonna take it a step further. You may not want to believe it, and your family may be in denial. There is something psychiatric with you.
This sounds wait. Is he talking about Tamar, or is he talking about himself? I'll wait. Is he talking about Tamar, or is he talking about himself? This crack addicted junkie who hates black women, who calls y'all bitches and hoes, who goes online dragging people. He's definitely projecting. This man is miserable. This man goes to bed and cries every night, cries alone. He has to go online and show y'all everything he buys to feel validated in life. Can you imagine living your life in a way that every dollar you make, you got to spend to make somebody think you a good person? Can you imagine living your life that way? That you have to associate yourself with people you hate to make yourself appear bigger than life? This man ain't never liked Tamar. This man has never. Let me pull my child before I even go on. This man has never liked Tamar. He was just mad at Tamar when Tamar was on Nene's show. Is this the get back? Hold on. Is this the get back? Hold on. Y'all remember this? Hold on. Y'all remember this? Hold on.
And we had to film my episode of the podcast 3 hours later than original because she was filming Nene's podcast. And it's interesting now, the fact that I was in Tamar's presence on that day to see what it is she was doing that had our shoot to be 3 hours late. And I'm here to tell you, this just ain't it. I just think
he was so jealous. He was so jealous of Tamar over there on the Nene Leakes show that he had to go and look. Tamar didn't give a F about him. Okay, Tamar left him sitting there waiting because she had something more important to do. Okay, and then he went on his platform to say, "Oh, I can't believe she was over there doing that while I was doing this."
Think that there could have been a much better use of both Tamar and Nene's time than discussing Kandi for whatever reason. And here is why I say that. I just don't understand why Kandi Burruss is the hill that both Tamar and Nene Leakes are willing to die on.
And I don't understand why you riding for Kandi when Kandi fired you in your dirty feet when she passed you off the done one. Kandi said she couldn't take on a crackhead. Allegedly, she said it. I ain't her old child. If I tell you who said it, I'm gonna have to give up my sources. Allegedly, I had heard the street say that Candy was trying to manage Junkie Dineva and she couldn't do it. So she passed him off to Don Juan, and then Don Juan passed him off to somebody else because he was a live wire on crack and cocaine all the time, and nobody could control him or help him. Nobody could get him any types of jobs, and they didn't want their names attached to him because of who he is and what he does and how he handles himself. So please, please don't come to me with the bull crap. Okay. Hey, Sharrell's World. Okay. Passed him on to Don Juan. Yes, Don Juan was managing him for a hot second, honey. Yes. Listen, back then, Candy actually called me because, I had helped him. I had mentored him. Candy actually called me to ask me, was I managing him? And I was like, absolutely not. If you want to manage him, call him. I ain't got nothing to do with that. And I passed his number on to her. So please don't be acting like I don't know what I'm talking about, because I was there and it's so much y'all don't know. Okay. And I could care less about telling it. But what I will tell you is that he a crackhead and he does not like women. Okay. It was somebody in here had said something about am I mad that he is farther than me? Can y'all explain to me how further he is than me? Can y'all explain it to me? Have y'all seen my bank account? Have y'all seen my real estate portfolio? I know one thing that I got that he don't have, and that's a bunch of houses. He don't even own one. How about that? I know one thing that he owned that I don't. A bunch of drugs and alcohol. And since we read and since we're going to talk about him, let's talk about it, okay? Y'all kept coming to me talking about that man was diagnosed with prostate cancer. I'm questioning that because he was diagnosed by LPN. And not to say that LPNs don't know what they talking about. Shout out to the LPNs out there. That man didn't even have health insurance to go to no damn doctor. He was getting all his medical needs met through LPNs and estheticians and people who give you IVs to vitamin C to boost you up after you had nights of drinking drugs and alcohol. Now, before y'all say I'm lying, the LPN who diagnosed him, hold on, actually did a video about it. Hold on. And I don't think Junkie retweeted. Hold on. Did he even know if he had cancer or not? Yeah. Has he ever been to a doctor? Does he have a primary care physician? Hold on. Here you go. Hold on.
Stage 1 prostate cancer. They did 12 biopsies and 2 of them came back cancerous. 1 of them came back suspicious or inconclusive.
So recently you guys saw a post today where one of my clients and friends, Funky Dineva, was diagnosed with early stage 1 prostate cancer. And this is what I've been saying is the reason why you need to get your blood work checked every single year, a full panel, because so much can change in just 1 year. Funky came to me a while ago wanting to start his health journey. And of course, I will do a full panel checking everything, and also getting a history. And so with that blood work, we did find that the prostate numbers were elevated. And right then and there, I said, let's go send you to a specialist right now to see why this number is elevated. And now we have the result. So this is what I'm saying, guys. Things can be preventive when you go and get your blood work done early. You have people that go through issues time after time, year after year. You may not even have that kind of time. Get your blood work done. And what I want you guys to also realize, even though my specialty is wellness, hormones, weight loss, Botox, fillers, aesthetics, lasers, at the end of the day, I am family practice trained, which means my ER experience is still there. I know how to diagnose. I know how to write an order for MRI, for a CT scan, for ultrasound, because that is what health comes from. It's not just making you feel pretty. It's about how to fix things before they get worse, how to diagnose and treat. That's what I do first, okay? So if you're out there and have things going on and your doctor isn't listening, please DM me. I don't care where you are. I can send an order for you to go get what you need in any state. That's what we have licenses for. Okay? Don't wait. If there's something that's troubling you and you're not getting answers, at the end of the day, I don't need to do Botox and filler on you. Let's get you healthy first. That can wait, because time doesn't wait on anyone. And if you keep on waiting, you won't be here.
I have stage.
Okay, so this is a Gentle Giant Care. They do weight loss, peptides, hormones. They do blood work. They check your blood to make sure that you can take the weight loss medication. They do health, they do skincare. He do all the things. Okay, he do junkies, what do you do? Child? Hold on. It's probably in here somewhere. He do junkies, IVs, and stuff like that. Okay, and I ain't mad at it, but I mean, go to a doctor, child. You telling me you ain't got no primary care physician that you ain't been doing, you ain't been getting checked, and I get it. Men need to go to the doctor. They need to go to the doctor. Okay, all y'all was like, oh, Michelle, you need to talk about junkie being diagnosed with prostate cancer. We don't even know if he got a diagnosis yet. We don't know nothing, child. I don't believe nothing he say. But anyway, let me get back to what I was talking about, child. Let me get back to here. Okay. Now he the Amazon. I don't know. I'm just saying, I live for the squad because listen, you can't hide nothing around here. Listen, we got notification when Junkie was talking about he bought a house, that he was really renting the house. I showed you the house he was renting. I showed you him touring the house. Then he done moved again. He renting another house. After that, the lease expired for the first house, and y'all still be like, oh, he tells the truth. He tells the truth. He don't tell shit. Nothing he says is true. Now let me get back to Tamar, child. Tamar and Mendices. Now I know that Tamar, it is what it is. A lot of what she's done and said is questionable. And that ain't even why I'm here. Because like I told y'all before, two things can be true at the same time. Tamar can be a liar. Tamar can be a husband stealing cheater, but Junkie Dineva is still a junkie, and he's still a misogynistic woman basher. Okay, why is it that y'all will allow him to get online, him to utilize his platform to humiliate and demean women all the time? And I know y'all can be like, Michelle, you talk about women too. I sure do. I am a woman. I can talk about women. I can build women up and I can tear them down. I can do what I want to do because I feel like I make myself better by learning from people's problems and everything, child. Anyway, but it's just interesting to see, hold on, that he could use his platform to say things like this, and y'all think it's okay. It's the vitriol for me. Hold on.
I tried to love you, bitch. I love your mama and daddy, but the biggest failure in life they ever had was your ass.
Now he tried to love her. That sounded real stalkerish. Okay, that sounded real misogynistic. That sounded like I don't understand where all of this hate and jealousy is coming from. It sounded like he would like cut her skin up and wear her. Okay, that's what it sounded like to me.
Something about the way they raised you or didn't raise you got you fucked up. And on top of that, I'm going to take it a step further. You may not want to believe it, and your family may be in denial. There is something psychiatric with you.
Again, this is projection. He really hates himself.
I tried to love you, bitch.
Oh, that's it. Hold on. I thought it was another one in here. I don't want to play all of it, but he also goes into this diatribe about the dichotomy between men and gays. And I'm like, it seems like there's a level of self-hate here that we're not addressing. Okay, where's the gay men at? I know it's a bunch of gay men in here. I know it's a bunch of gay men in the Funky Bunch. I know it's a bunch of men in wigs in the Funky Bunch. Okay, where y'all at to call him out on his homophobia? Where are y'all? Are you not still a man if you're gay? Because he said something about being a gay man, I have to do what men do too. And I'm expected to protect the women and hang out with them like a girlfriend. Like, I mean, can y'all explain that to me? Because my gay friends, my straight friends, my men, like they all men, whether they like, I don't understand. I didn't understand that. And he said it. Okay. So it was filled with a bunch of self-hate and homophobia, and y'all be talking about homophobia all the time. But I mean, a junkie, like I said, a junkie is a junkie 365. Let me see my notes, and I'm gonna let y'all call in because I'm not gonna spend too much more time on him. Oh, he also called her common. I wish I had that clip. Hold on, let me see if I can find Millie Chun. Oh no, Millie Chun TV. Like this video, please, and thank you. Now, how dare you call Tamar common? Okay. Look. Hold on.
Millie Chun.
Shout out to
And
Millie
if
Chun.
you understand why I have this word common here, that means you were on my live last night or you heard Funky Dineva. If you don't understand, let's get into it. So, we had the situation with Tamar was on the podcast with L'Oreal. Funky Dineva made a response to that. So then Tamar doubles down and gets letterhead from her lawyer's office and proceeds to type a letter. I don't know if this is formal. I don't know if Funky has received it in the mail. He talked about this on live last night. It's the not centered name for me that's sending me, but I'm going to try to get through this. In the first paragraph, Tamar talks about Heartbreak Retrograde. She thanks everyone for supporting her. She talks about where it's charting. The second paragraph, she talks about being accused of being in an inappropriate relationship with a co-star. She goes all through that. In the third paragraph, she talks about how all of this has affected kids, family, and things like that. In the fourth paragraph, she says, as for me, I'm letting my lawyers take it from here.
Thank you for breaking that down, Millie, because I ain't read it.
I said, oh my Lord. Lawyers? And then at the end, she talked about, she's going back to do the things that she loves. But then she reposted it and put Playtime is over. Okay, let's get into it. So as Funky was reading this statement, he began to unravel Tamar throughout this entire live. Baby, he unraveled her so much that, first of all, he referenced the lawyer, Mr. Walker, throughout the live because he wanted him to know certain things. Funky went on so much to describe the outfits that Tamar had wore on occasions when he would be out with her and Mendices would be there. He talked about how they were out to eat at Ruth Chris. Mendices put his hands on Tamar's legs. Allegedly, I was not there. And then he went on to talk about inappropriateness. Let me know, Mr. Walker, if that is inappropriate. And here's the thing. He knows more than what he said in these past 2 days. And I feel like Tamar has really low self-esteem. So I think when she gets a friend, like I really in my mind thinks that she thought Funky Dineva was her friend. So if she is out here with Mendices, as Funky is stating, I feel like she thought he was a friend to the fact that she could just be herself. And if this is something she's doing.
I think they used each other. I think they used each other, and I think that's normally what happens with bloggers and celebrities, especially in Atlanta. It's kind of like a symbiotic relationship. You go out, you eat, you have fun. They give you some tea that don't nobody else have, and you go back and do whatever you do. You kind of treat them a little nicer than you would some other people. But as far as this is concerned, like I don't understand why she would trust anything around him.
She can do this in front of her friend and be comfortable. That's what I'm thinking. Because why else would you do that in front of somebody? Everybody in the world knows, regardless if Yandy and Mendeecees is married for real on paper or not, that is Yandy's man. And you out here running around corners and in restaurants and sitting in dark places with somebody else's man. So I have to think that she was comfortable. If these things were going on with Mendeecees around Funky Dineva, I would have to think.
But if these things were going on with Mendeecees around Funky Dineva, he was comfortable with it. He wasn't like, I don't understand why he felt the need to come and expose not only Tamar but Mendeecees, Yandy, the kids, everybody. Like, you spray everybody. Mendeecees' best friend. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody stepped to him at the club one night. If he go to the club and Mendeecees is there, I'm sure Mendeecees might have a few words to say about it.
Think that she was so comfortable she considered him to be a friend, but he considered it to be disrespectful and putting him in a bad place. That's what I'm thinking. Let me know what you think about that. But now we about to get into.
And then wasn't his whole spiel was he dating his neighbor's husband? Wasn't his don't he always tell y'all to do prostitution and things like that? Like, how is it now he's sitting here with some moral high ground talking about Tamar dating somebody else's husband? This is weird to me. This is giving that he is literally trying to smear this woman. That's what it's giving to me. And like I said, two things can be true at the same time. She can be a home wrecking hussy. She can be wrong. All of the above. And we don't know what Yandy and Mendeecees' relationship is, but for him to feel that it's okay to come to the relationship and come to the internet and spill tea, okay, as a friend, okay, I don't know. It's given we see you, Junkie Dineva, and you're doing what you've always done.
To what Funky had to say and why I had the word common up there.
I would be somewhere clawing my mattress if I was supposed to be as big of a star as you are.
And see, this is projection, because like I told you before, how I feel like he is so miserable that he uses every dollar that he has to convince his audience that he is rich, to convince his audience that he is a better person than he actually is. He has the name drop to tell you everybody he's going to lunch with, to convince y'all that he's accepted into rooms and he's not. Okay, if you know what I know, you know he's not. And so this is literally projection for him to like tell this person who is actually celebrity, whether you like her or not, she's still a celebrity. She still has fans. She still has millions of people who will buy her album or pay to come see her sing, which he does not. To tell her that, he would hope that she would be clawing the mattress because she's seen as coming is a joke, because he is coming and he got to spend all his money to try to convince y'all that he's not.
And you down here playing around with common stuff.
Self-hate. He calling himself common right now. You down there playing with common stuff. And I agree with him on that, Tamar. You should have never associated yourself with that common trash. You should have never associated yourself with that trash. You are too big of a celebrity. You are too big of a star to hang around that messy punk. Isn't that what he called himself? A messy punk and a messy sissy. He said he not like them other messy punks and messy sissies. He's exactly like them. He is them. Let's continue. Millie looked shocked.
Toni Braxton would never.
He had a whole point. Like, you never hear Toni Braxton say,
well, I'm gonna let it go at that, Millie. I'm sure she got her opinion. I got mine. Okay, Millie might still be a fan of his. I am not, as y'all know. Hold on, we got a blogger in the building. Ding, 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 ding. Hey, Sharrell.
Hey, Michelle, can you hear me?
Yes, welcome.
Girl, I don't like to come on anybody's panel, but
you're always welcome over here, friend.
Thank you. But I had to, because Funky Dineva is so damn full of shit. It's not even funny. And he had a crowd of 15,000 people, all women cheering him on. But here's the thing. Tasha K said this earlier. They don't get treated by Funky Dineva the way that we get treated by Funky Dineva. He's a jealous-hearted person. He never liked Tamar from day one. But we warned Tamar about him. But until it happens to you, people don't understand the shit you got to put up with Funky Dineva. Jealous-hearted. He wants to be the top blogger, and he compares himself to females.
All the time.
And I sat there in his audience and watched them women laugh when he kept saying fish. They don't understand. Tasha said it a couple hours ago. She said, he don't look at us as women. We're competition to him. And for some reason, he hates women. But the people in his audience, he's got them fooled. Now, what people don't
the same way he was, I'm sorry, the same way he was on there just telling Tamar that her parents failed her and all that. I feel like it stems with his relationship with his mama or lack thereof. I feel with the way he saw his mother, that's the way he sees everybody. Like he hated her. He hated the way she raised him, the way she treated him as a child. And now every woman is his mama, and he's treating us like trash the way he wished he could treat her.
And if you could zoom in on when he was talking about, no one believes you. No one believes something. He had a hatred in his eyes. And if you ask me,
it's a very dark, negative spirit. I've experienced
dark, and he an addict. Let's be real. I'm looking at him. I'm saying this ninja high. He high. No, I'm serious. And he want the attention so bad that he never liked Tamar from day one. And she kept confiding in him. She told him about the problems that was going on in her family. She told him that she was touched as a child. And when you suffer from that, people touching you at a very young age, I feel that it emotionally does something to you. Even though I like Tamar, she has the mentality of a 12-year-old when that stuff started happening to her. And so she's just looking for a friend and being used. He wanted her clout. He loves to be liked by celebrities.
Can we talk about this though? Did the podcast ever come out that he did with her, that he was claiming that he had to wait because she was at Nene's podcast?
I never seen it.
I don't think that ever came out. Also, remember he was featured in her Heartbreak Retrograde, the teaser. Remember, he was casted as her best friend, and she erased him completely out of that and used L'Oreal instead. And so L'Oreal is now who interviewed her, and I feel like that was the trigger. It wasn't that she said I threw a birthday party or whatever. It was the fact that L'Oreal is interviewing Tamar. Tamar is talking about that night. L'Oreal is also in the Heartbreak Retrograde video along with Tamar playing her best friend that was supposed to be Junkie Dineva's role, and now he doesn't have the benefit of being exposed to her millions of subscribers. You know what I'm saying? So
that's it. He didn't like her from day one. And you know how another piece of evidence that he didn't like her from day one is she confided in him about her family. So here we are on Mad Day again. And he knows that happened to all the women in the family. And then he's going to throw that in her face. He knows she's not talking to Tawanda and Trina right now. And he's going to throw that in her face. He is really slime. And let these people keep believing in him. And let me tell you what he's going to do, Michelle. Mark my words. Just like I said with Armand, he's going to creep back and try to clean it up. He's going to call Tamar. And this is what his audience don't realize. Just like he did Colorist Claudia. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for what I did every time. And I'm going to drag the hell out of these women that let him call them fish.
You know it. Me too. Me too. I'll never let my foot up off the gas with him.
We can't do it. He got some mental problem. Something is seriously wrong with him. He's a
and again, we all love watching a train wreck. I can understand why people watch him sometimes. Like, we watch seeing things that clearly are not good for us, that are clearly disgusting because we can't look away. But at the same time, you need to know what you're paying attention to, and you need to have enough self-esteem to understand that
Yeah.
he don't like you, and he's talking about you every single time he talk about bitches, hoes, fish,
Ugh.
sis, all of that.
But they don't have to deal with that. But if he woke up every day talking about their family, calling them fish, saying that women's vaginas stink,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then they don't have to do with him undermining your channel.
Yeah. And on the one hand, they keep trying to say, "Oh, fish doesn't mean stink," but then on the other hand, you use it as an insult and a weapon, the same way he did me for years.
Yep.
So he told his whole audience to come to my channel and put fish emojis in the chat. So it's not negative, but it's negative. Make up your mind. Is it negative or is it negative?
The whole thing. I just wish Tamar was in a better place mentally. Do I believe something happened that night with Mendices? I do, but I don't know. Tamar's just in a bad place right
I was already told that, Tamar had been seen around town with Mendices. That's nothing new. Okay. Him confirming it is nothing new. I don't really care about whether y'all believe him or if he's telling the truth or not. I'm sure he added a little extra stank on it. But at the end of the day, my issue is him dragging her, him literally saying, "I hope you feel horrible. I hope you scratching this. I hope you did," like literally using his voice, his platform to humiliate and demean her. Like everything he's doing now is to make her feel less than the way he feels less than, because she erased him from all of her projects and doesn't have anything to do with him. So instead of just walking away and doing his own thing, now he wants her to feel just as shitty as he feels because she excommunicated him from the crew.
And don't forget, she cried on his shoulders. He was like, "It's all right." Don't trust that Tawanda. Don't trust that Trina. And then on Mad Day, you telling all her business and you know what to say because she confided in you what hurts her. Who the hell does that? Who does that? And listen, this damn LPN I didn't know about. I could be I can give you Botox and diagnose your cancer too. But listen, he's having a hard time financially. He's sitting up there on the stage talking about, "I'm rich. I don't understand." Clearly. Did you see that? "I don't understand what it's like to be poor. So I don't understand y'all plight." And they still cheering him on.
It was a 9 to 5 to me. Y'all bitches work 9 to 5. All of that. Remember that?
Okay. And they are cheering him on.
He owns nothing but his screen name. Let's be clear. He owns nothing. He does not own a house. He don't own his car. He owns nothing. And he can sit there all day and act like he is rich. He got all the money. He ain't got nothing with what y'all think he has.
And Michelle, you own houses. I own houses. The way that he left your shit, I'm never gonna let it go. I don't give a damn what he said. You not in this. I put myself in. I'm never gonna let it go. What he did was just deplorable.
I agree.
It was deplorable. And it comes from a person that doesn't understand real estate. He did you dirty. I'm never gonna forget it, ever.
It comes from a place of somebody who ain't never had nothing, because even if you don't understand real estate, you have enough common sense and you were raised with decency not to tear nobody shit up. When you rent an apartment, when you leave, you don't tear up the apartment like most people don't. Okay. But if you were raised some kind of way, the same way he talk about Tamar's parents, if you were raised to not give a damn, then that's the kind of person you are. You don't respect other people's property.
I don't, to this day, feces all over the house. Who does that? You trusted him to rent to him. You didn't have to rent to him. And he showed you his appreciation by being late on the damn rent and then putting fecal matter all around the house. And
and not only that, listen. When we talk about that, I'm over that. It's been fixed. It's been da. We went to court, yada yada. And that's what people be like. Y'all went to court, yada yada. But my issue was, not only did he do that, he brought it to the internet. He went to his platform and tried to smear my name and call me everything but a child of God. Talk about, I was fucking this person. She doing this. Like I was so much of a hoe. My pussy stank. I'm this. And it was like, what? And so the same thing that he's doing to Tamar now, I feel the same type of energy.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
I come on here and talk this shit every single time he does it. Same way just a few months ago, he was talking about, slapping Tasha K and he would never catch me outside. All the things that he keeps doing to women. The same thing he did when he got drunk, when he got fired from Fox Soul, and he went
Fired.
on talking about Claudia wasn't shit and that
I
he was
know.
going to unload the clip on her. The same thing. And her dumb ass, okay, her dumb ass talk about she forgive him. It's the same thing. The same thing he went online talk about Kaya's grandchildren were retarded. Those are his words.
Yep.
The
Yep.
same thing. And y'all act like y'all forget all of these things because some of y'all like these people and some of y'all, don't. But at the same time, you look at it, you see a pattern. He's done this to Black women over and over and over again. Can you name at least one man he's read for filth or done
Not
this
one.
to ever in life?
Not one. He likes to bully women. His subscribers, I hate to say this, they are less than smart. Something wrong with them. But one day, people are going to get sick of Funky Dineva's shit. And if you've noticed, one at a time keep coming to our side. He did this.
Oh, he
He
told
did
us
that.
he don't even worship the same God we worship. So even the devil can give you gifts and praise and wealth. Okay, look at Diddy. Diddy was a billionaire. Look at what he is now and what he's going through. So don't act like just because he's getting money, just because he got millions of people watching him, that is all a good thing, and that he is being blessed by the highest above. That's not the way this works sometimes, you guys.
Do you think that his audience believes he's rich?
I don't know. I think a lot of his audience sees through him too, because I was saying this on Patreon last night. Like, y'all are, the audience. Y'all watch all of us, and y'all probably see a lot of stuff that I don't see because I don't watch every video that he does.
Right.
And
right.
so, when people come to me and be like, "Oh my God, he was dozing off. Oh my God, he blows his nose every stream. Oh my God, he
That's true.
is talking about his friends need to pay him back money. Oh my God, he talk like all the things that he talks about. They know he ain't got no money, but they watch him because it's hilarious. They like watching him because he's a hypocrite.
Yeah, they don't see, they just like the jokes that's going on, and they just get into it that way. But if anybody sat on their panel and told me I don't understand how poor people think because I've been rich for so long, what?
That's projection because he was raised poor. He didn't have nothing. So, and I'm a different type of person. I have a heart. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and read his mama and daddy the way I probably should, or the way he would do me. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I know a lot about his background and where he came from, and what he has sold the world is not the thing that he is.
And you're right. It's only women. He has not said one word to Perry. Not one. But he goes after me. But you keep that shit up, and Perry gonna go off on your ass. He's scared of men, jealous of women. He's real twisted, and he high as hell. I'm gonna say it. You don't watch him, Michelle. One time I was watching him, he blew his nose about 30 times.
And it sounds like a horn, which means he ain't got no membranes or septum or whatever in his nose.
Blew his nose.
There's nothing up there. He just sniffed all the coke. Look, somebody said, I thought you YouTubers made a lot of money. He gets a lot of views. Isn't he making good money? Just because you make a lot of views don't mean you get a lot of money sometimes. It just depends. Like sometimes his videos might not be monetized depending on what he shows. Sometimes, I'm not saying he doesn't make money, but then you got to think about it. Even if you make money, you got to invest money. There are ways to, keep your money. If you spending all your money to pretend to your audience that you rich, you know what I'm saying? If you spend all your money on drugs and alcohol, you ain't got no money. Drugs are expensive.
And you didn't see this. One time he said, I love for me to do a little sniff and then have a threesome. They cheering him on.
Oh my
but
God.
Karma is real. Karma is real. And it's going to catch up to him one day. His list is growing longer and longer of him effing over bloggers, being jealous,
Mm-hmm.
trying to be number one, competing and comparing himself to a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You
Always.
might want to be a woman. You might feel like you have woman tendencies, but you're not. So when you start attacking women, this is coming from a man.
Mm-hmm.
Treating us
I
like
agree.
we shit. And I'm telling you, I know my husband. He gonna say too many things wrong, and then let's see how he handles a real man. Because I just
He'll
don't have
never
a
address
husband.
me. He will
I got
ignore it. He will never
sons.
address me.
You think he'll ignore it?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't know how
I
crazy
do.
my sons are. They'll pull up. I'm seriously, they will pull up. He talks a tough game from
Wow.
behind a screen, but if he ever met you in person, he will run.
Okay, you know it. He's a coward.
I just had to say that because thank you for letting me come up, because I'm just sick of his shit, and I am disappointed in other women how he just lets them disrespect us and they don't say a damn thing about it, even if the jokes are funny. When you tell somebody your vagina stinks and it smells like fish and I can't deal with women and y'all don't say nothing about it, that's funny to
Right.
y'all. I
Right.
did this because I came on Michelle's show to mark the day that I said it. One day, somebody gonna get funky real damn good.
Oh, all
Real
right. I
good.
think somebody already got him. Anyway, I ain't gonna go there though. You know, I ain't gonna go there.
Just let me.
Back to
One
it.
day he ain't gonna be laughing about it and talking about people's family.
Mhm.
But he just caught the wrong one. Tamar is, I like Tamar but
Mhm.
a lot, but she's an emotional wreck because of what happened to her. I don't know if that's an excuse or not, but you know, people say when that happens to you, it happened to the whole family, by the way.
Mhm.
And so that's why they just going through it. And I don't even know if they can fix it, but he knew what was wrong with Tamar and he threw that in her face. And
I agree.
listen, Michelle, you can make me mad as hell. I don't tell people secrets when the relationship is over. Who does that? I don't
Exactly.
use what you told me against you to make you feel bad. That's Funky Dineva's a punk. He a punk, and he needs
He know it.
Yeah, okay, I'll leave it at that. But anyway, I had to come up here. Thank you for letting me come up here. I didn't mean to do
Thank
it.
you
But
for coming, Sharrell. Y'all support Sharrell's world. I appreciate you, friend.
all right, thank you, Michelle. Talk to you later. Bye.